Yoga has attracted all religions since the beginning, be it Buddhism, Jainism, Christianity or Sikhism. Even Muslim religion has not remained untouched by it. Out of these, Jain, Buddha and Sikhism are the religions of India only. They are different from Hindus. It cannot be done, but yoga has been quite popular even in Christian and Muslim religions which did not originate in India. Hello friends, I am Ananya and you are watching Healthy Wealth. As you all know that our series of history of yoga is going on and this is its second part. In the first part we learned about the origin of yoga. If you haven't seen the first part, its link is given in the description below. Do watch it once. So let's start History of Yoga part 2. Before starting the video, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you find the information given by us useful, then please like and share and press the bell button so that you keep getting our videos on time and your knowledge increases. May it keep happening. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, believed to have been compiled in the early centuries CE, represent a significant early expression of Brahminical yoga thought. Likely originating around 325 to 425 CE, these sutras, originally named Patanjali Yoga Shastra, Sankhya Pravakana, are rooted in the metaphysical framework of Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya is one of the three categories of philosophies mentioned in ancient texts, alongside yoga and Siavike. Patanjali's system, often referred to as Seshwara Sankhya, distinguishes itself from Kapila's Nirivara Sankhya. The parallels between yoga and Sankhya are profound, to the extent that they were sometimes differentiated in popular discourse as Sankhya with and Sankhya without alone. The Yoga Sutras consist of 4 chapters, each addressing different aspects of yoga practice. Samadhi Pada, chapter on absorption in spirit. 51 Sutras. Sadhana Pada, chapter on immersion in spirit. 55 Sutras. Vibhuti Pada, chapter on supernatural abilities and gifts. 56 Sutras. Kaivalya Pada, chapter on absolute freedom. 34 Sutras. Influenced by Sramana traditions like Buddhism and Jainism. The Yoga Sutras reflect a synthesis of these diverse philosophical systems. Patanjali's work integrates elements from ancient Sankhya, Yoga, and Abhidharma Buddhism, aiming for an altered state of awareness and self-realization. The verses of the Yoga Sutras are concise and have been studied extensively by later Indian scholars who provided commentaries, such as the Vyasa Bhashya. Patanjali's definition of yoga in the second sutra emphasizes the inhibition of mental modifications, leading to a state of consciousness free from discursive thought. Furthermore, Patanjali outlines an 8-limbed path of yoga, encompassing principles and practices essential for spiritual development. Yam, ethical disciplines. Niyama, observances. Asana, postures. Pranayam, breath exercises. Pratyahara, withdrawal of senses. Dharana, concentration. Dhyana, meditation. Samadhi, liberation or union with the object of meditation. In Hindu scholasticism, yoga has been recognized as one of the 6 orthodox philosophical schools, alongside Vedanta and others. While both yoga and Vedanta share common principles, they differ in their approaches and ultimate goals. Yoga focuses on individual self-realization, while Advaita Vedanta emphasizes unity with the universal self. Additionally, the Yoga Yajnavalkya, a classical treatise attributed to the Vedic sage Yajnavalkya, discusses the union of the individual self with the Supreme Self, offering insights into various yoga practices, including postures, breathing exercises, and meditation. During the Middle Ages, 500 to 1500 CE, various Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain traditions continued to develop and elaborate on yoga practices. Buddhism. The Abhidharma tradition within Buddhism produced treatises that expanded on Buddhist theory and yoga techniques. These teachings influenced both Mahayana and Theravada Buddhism. In the Gupta period, 4th to 5th centuries CE, the Yogacara movement in Mahayana Buddhism began to be systematized by scholars like Asanga and Vasubandhu. Yogacara provided a structured framework for practices leading to awakening and Buddhahood. The Yogakarabmi Sastra, an encyclopedic treatise for yoga practitioners, played a significant role in shaping East Asian and Tibetan Buddhist traditions. Hinduism. The Theravada school in South India and Sri Lanka developed manuals for yogic and meditative training, such as the Vimuttimagga and the Visuddhimagga. Jainism. According to Jain texts like the Tattva Sutra, yoga encompasses all activities of mind, speech, and body, and is considered essential for liberation. Jainism views yoga bhakti, devotion to the path of liberation, as the highest form of devotion. There are similarities between the 5 yams, constraints, of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and Jainism's 5 major vows, indicating mutual influence between these traditions. Haribhadra's Yogadismukaya outlines an eightfold yoga influenced by Patanjali's eightfold yoga, demonstrating Hinduism's impact on Jain yoga. In summary, the Middle Ages saw continued refinement and diversification of yoga practices within Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain traditions, with each tradition contributing unique insights and approaches to the practice of yoga. During the Middle Ages, various satellite yoga traditions emerged and evolved, contributing to the rich tapestry of yoga practices we see today. Bhakti movement. The Bhakti movement, originating in medieval Hinduism, emphasized devotion to a personal god or supreme personality. Shaiva and Vaishnav. Bhakti traditions integrated aspects of the Yoga Sutras with devotional practices. The Bhagavata Purana introduced a form of yoga called Virha Bhakti, focusing on concentration on deities like Krishna. Tantra, an esoteric tradition, began to emerge in India by the 5th century CE. It developed complex visualizations, mantras, breath control, and body manipulation techniques. Tantric concepts, including chakras and kundalini, influenced various Hindu-born, Buddhist, and Jain traditions. Hatha Yoga later emerged from Tantra, Vajrayana and Tibetan Buddhism. Vajrayana, also known as Tantric Buddhism, began to take shape during the 7th century CE. It incorporates yoga practices, with Tantra texts introducing hierarchies of chakras. The Nyingma school practices Yantra Yoga, focusing on breath work, meditation, and other exercises. Zen Buddhism. A form of Mahayana Buddhism, integrates yoga as an integral part of its practice. Medieval Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga, with its earliest references found in 8th century Buddhist works, began to take shape during the Middle Ages. It blends elements of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras with posture and breathing exercises, marking the development of full-body postures and serving as the foundation for modern yoga styles. Sikhism. Yogic groups gained prominence in Punjab during the 15th and 16th centuries, coinciding with the emergence of Sikhism. Sikhism's founder, Guru Nanak, advocated for a form of yoga focused on disciplining the mind and meditating on the divine word. Modern revival and introduction in the West. Yoga gained attention in the West during the mid-19th century, with figures like Swami Vivekananda introducing elements of yoga to Western audiences. Theosophists and other intellectuals also influenced Western perceptions of yoga during this time. Yoga as exercise. Blending Western gymnastics with Hatha yoga became popular in the 20th century, leading to the spread of modern yoga styles worldwide. Over time, the practice of yoga has evolved and diversified, with various traditions and practices emerging across different cultures and religions. Thanks for watching till now. For further journey of yoga, do watch our next part which will come soon. Thanks again. Namaskar.